For Keen. And this
Ain't
is
broke, I guess.
They already lock in the Talia, so you know you're not walking into, or rather the Veigar, so you know you're not walking into a Silas here if you wanted to play the Gnar into this. We've seen this Olaf hovered so much.
I'd love to see it. Darius, another option.
We did see this attempted by Dundon earlier this week into the Renekton. Won't be the Jax instead here. Keen's old favorite. I believe still actually a perfect record on the Jax this season. It fell out of favor.
Yeah, it got nerfed, and then Keen's like, nah, I'm never picking that again.
Yeah.
Just doesn't want to deal with it. Of course, the 2v2 on this top side of the map, because we do have top lane as our key player matchup. 2v2, I think KT definitely win. With the permafrost value that you get, although I might be a little bit biased just because it's so cool that he's played his second game of LCK ever. We'll have to see how it goes, though, in the hands of BDD as we jump onto the Rift here for game number 1. Does have Juhan coming up, exactly. Keen just going to press that dominance button to see whether he can escape this. Counter-Strike does manage to get the stun, but Keen's just going to turn it. That's a solo kill in a 1v2, and he wants even more, exactly. The dominance is coming through. Juhan, he's not a warrior, and he's definitely not a trickster. That's a 1v2 double.
Watch this play here. Rascal is so low. He's trying to bait this because the Wukong is here. Keen instantly identifies, okay, Wukong's here. I'm going to ult and actually try to kill this Jax, because if I can kill the Jax, I have enough damage to actually kill this Wukong even through Cyclone. He has plated steel caps. There's nothing that Juhan can do. He body blocks him here, and the dominance just burns Juhan down. He just instantly reacts, comes on, and all-ins the Jax that took so much damage.
And now Cuz going to face check the Wukong. More. Oh dear, Rascal in a lot of trouble. He's going to leap strike his way out, and now Cuz in the 1v1 just going to solo kill. Does use the Ghost.
Barrel?
Barrel is...
Oh, no. No.
Grand Entrance, I don't... Yeah, it's going to come back off cooldown now, but
he's
dead. Just glide over there, and Quickness is going to come through, but Burst Fire will land. Keen does?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Insane to think about.
It is.
No health.
Well, BDD is ghosting towards Beryl and Doctorm. Decent interruption there on the Arctic Assault, but BDD wants more. That is a very dead Xayah. He's like, oh, thanks for that. And Juhan is like, but let's maybe give it a crack.
This time it's a 3v1. Let's see how you can do.
Yeah, there's the Dominus. This is the next test, and he just explodes. Oh, they're going to engage on him one more time. Does get the wild growth as Lehens is trying to keep him alive, and now they're going to turn it around. So many buttons used on to the Sejuani, and she is not dead. Juhan going to have to get out of there, aiming, just skating around, having the time of his life as Fate going to be utilized beautifully there as well from BDD. Rascal gets into the pit, but can they win a fight against this Hextech Soul is the question. The Renekton down already, so it's a 4v5 in DRX's favor, but that Event Horizon just fantastic and aiming. There's not a lot of cooldowns. He flashes so the Blade Caller doesn't hit him. Gorgeously played by the KT-80 carry, and Fate is just being scattered to the wind. There's not going to be too much hope here, and aiming not going to be dashing this time. Cuz might have to lock down the kill as Extendo Beam is going to miss. Just chasing the Talia here as the Winter's Wrath.
Mix with this Talia when she's online.
Oh, that's a Glitch Prison, and we were trying to give DRX a little bit of credit. Juhan, as we come out of the replay, is going to get obliterated. Aiming now just going to unlock himself. Gets the double kill. They're going to be able to take down 4, and that should be the game. Teleports coming in all over the place as the wild growth is going to mean that Rascal has no way of changing the fate of DRX in this one. He flashes, he leap strikes, and he counter-strikes as well. So it's a lot of striking. However, that is still going to be the ace, and that will be the game here for KT.
Very much a great start in this series. Anyone who was worried, anyone who had the doubt that KT might just mess this one up, they might disappoint us all, at least in this first game, was a very dominant performance here. 13,000 gold to lead.
Oh, Nexus looks really cool with the Event Horizon around it. I like that. Thanks, BDD. Congratulations to KT. They are one step closer to that third place. And honestly, not that bad of one for DRX. Yeah, they got kind of smashed this game, but I don't have as much criticism as I've had for them in other games.
Because this is basically the best blind setup you can have here. The Cassante locked in, the Renekton's off the table. You know you're not dealing with the Kennen. And if you flex this Jace mid, the only way you could do it is with some AP damage, and it's not going to be in the jungle. It's going to be on the top side here. I think this is a really great pick here for Rascal.
This is fantastic.
This I like a little bit less, but it's great with Sejuani.
That's a lot of physical damage.
Into a Cassante.
Yeah.
So not as big of a fan of this one.
Less excited, and they will lock it away. Gwen, big thumbs up.
Yeah, I would have liked the Gwen a lot more here. It solves your damage profile issue. It's a good matchup into the Cassante.
Yone does mixed damage, okay?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Those are my two like Atlas joke response phrases. I guess so and true. True.
But Fate on this Yone is really going to have to get some things done. That permafrost value going to be there in the mid jungle. See whether they can utilize it as we hop onto the Rift for game 2.
Some pressure on Barrel. Not going to be able to hold it very well, of course, but just hang out.
Yep. Barrel just eating autos over and over again. There's the polymorph as they just dive on top, and I think Lehens is just dead. Yeah, he is.
That was a Lehens error.
It was. It was definitely a Lehens error as Flash comes out from Barrel. Cuz not going to follow with his. They're starting to creak and the nuts and bolts are starting to come
on the roller coaster.
On the roller coaster.
I think that's Final Destination 3. As BDD is up here, by the way.
As the Event Horizon is going to come down. It's one of the Final Destinations, and there's the all out. BDD is going to be able to lock down that kill, utilizing the ultimate. Fate now coming on in. I don't know whether he's going to be able to do too much here, as he's taking a lot of damage from Keen, who's now just going to go in, and
so
dear. There's that Event Horizon that we were talking about. He does ult, as Keen's able to lock down the kill, and now Juhan, can you actually kill either of these very low health members is the question. Oh my goodness, the Baleful Strikes are coming in. He avoids the Winter's Wrath, and now Juhan might die as well. The Flash has to come through.
Very concerned here as we're doing it again.
Oh dear. Cuz moving on up, and Rascal, not too many options here. He's going to get thrown back. There's the Vault Breaker as well. Cease and Desist comes in, and Keen tanking up the turret very comfortably.
All over the map right now.
Too many fires. There's too many fires on the map. As Barrel is going to be able to dive forward. Finds aiming there, who does soak this Glacial Prison. He's alive for now, but not for long. Doctor's going to lock that kill down.
So we're going to get something out of it. Okay, hold on, Cuz.
Yeah, Rascal going to flash immediately. Cuz is flashing with him as well. Does he have another Vault Breaker? The answer is yes, but is it going to be enough as the Unbound Soul from Fate gets through the wall? Still walking at the enemy. Event Horizon comes down. Juhan going to find a Glacial Prison. Keen cares so little about that, it's absurd. Wants to try and find an all-out angle.
Juhan is out of there, man. He sees Cuz and he's like, I'm not a part of this.
Are you afraid of inhibitor turrets, Keen?
No.
Well, we're going to get another charge. And
riskier for their comp, but might from behind be really helpful as Cuz will have to flash. TP.
But now he's going straight back in again. That is the Wild Growth. Barrel is just CC'd forever and to death. As Keen diving on top of Juhan, they want to take down this jungler, and I think he's just gonna die. Does get polymorph for what feels like a universe of time. Universe is not a measurement of time. However, they are now going to be able to head over towards this Baron. And with Juhan dead, there's not going to be a whole lot the DRX can do about it.
Rascal here now, but it's way too late. You've already lost your jungler. Where are you going?
Oh dear, Fate is going to unseal the Fate, but Lehens is going to flash immediately out of the way of it. As the polymorph comes through, not quite able to activate the Event Horizon to get the stun, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. As could be a bit of a shooting gallery here, but the turn from Keen is going to come through. He is not immortal, or is he? Never mind, maybe he is. Rascal's going to be taken down extraordinarily low. Cassante does die. I repeat, Cassante does die, and Aiming is able to get that extender beam over the top. The Baron has been picked up here as decent blade call. But BDD says, take a cue to the face.
They are just playing so well right now. Like some of the macro plays here you could do against any team. Doesn't matter if it's DRX or not. KT are just pushing their leads better than they normally do, and it's a good look right before playoffs.
Yep, I agree. It's a bit rough, and I also think that like that last play a little bit on Barrel, right? Like I just think that if you get caught out like that, it's not going to work. There is a bit of a split going on here. Two inhibitors are going to be traded for the bot inhib as now Aiming going to cleanse, gets the Wild Growth. Can he actually get these autos to work out? And it looks like the answer is going to be yes. Barrel taken down extraordinarily low. Keen finds two with his Q. Very nicely played. Didn't mean to rhyme there as Juhan's going to get stunned up. That's another one. And into the backline goes Fate. He manages to get the Zeri. That's real good as we're base racing right now. Rascal actually does a lot of damage, and they're going to commit to it. Oh, I love it. We're going to see whether we can take this one down. All of the base damage is now on BDD, and the Vega, I think, is going to be enough to do it, as there we go, the good old Swift Pan. And that was a lot closer than DRX had any right for it to be in the end.
I think this team has gotten the full package. You talked about playing around topside. Keen, there have been so many meta changes to all of these top picks he's found success with. He's still finding success in a new meta on 13.5. BDD.
2023 LCK 스프링 정규 시즌 마지막 매치까지
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the post-game interview translation. We are here joined by DRX players, the home team players of the series. We are here joined by every player that played for DRX this spring season, except for Pleta. We have Rascal, Kuroko, Juhan, Fate, Tokdam, and Beryl. Thank you so much for joining this interview. Rascal, it was a very rough season, but still you are getting so many solo kills, just like you did in the past splits. How do you look back on the spring season? Well, we were not, good enough to get better results, so I'm not happy with the outcome, to be honest. But we still have summer split to show how much you guys can improve. What is your kind of mindset preparing for the summer season?
일단 저희가 이번
This spring split, we were able to find out actually what we are not good at. We have to work really harder in order to get better in terms of our performance and also teamwork, and also just outside in the game as well. I think we definitely need to come back with a complete new mindset, and we were able to kind of learn that we really had to change up. Even though this was our last series of the season, still we were not able to perform. So for the upcoming summer season, we will be able to become a stronger team based on every experience we have gone through throughout the spring season. And Kuroko, it was her first season on a new team. What was your biggest takeaway this spring? Well, this spring season taught me what I lack, to be honest, I think I really have to work harder in order to improve on those, but it doesn't really show yet. I don't think I have stepped up so much. The result doesn't really tell. So I feel really sorry about this. However, this entire spring split can become a stepping stone for you heading into the summer season. What do you want to prove in the next season? Well, my team always had a similar trend, which means I'm gonna bounce back in summer.
이렇게 큰 박수와 함께 서머에서는 또 DRX의 멋진 플레이 기대해 보겠습니다.
Looking forward to seeing DRX in the summer season as well. And Juhan, you stepped in for Kuroko as the spring season was closing. How was your teamwork with the new DRX players? Yeah, we kind of have a complete new roster, and the new players were, they were great. They were always having a great time with us. They were always helping us out. So yeah, it was a great season with them. So this was the very last match of the spring. Then what is your goal for the summer season? Yeah, my performance was really not on point this spring season, but if I can improve my performance in the summer, I hope I can kind of make it up for this rough season. Fate, you actually kind of improved a lot throughout the season. How do you look back on the entire spring? I think I could have played way better, but I was not able to play up to the potential. There were so many games where we lost, even though we could have won the game, and also sometimes we just lost without even fighting back to the opponents.
싶은데요. 그래도 서머에서는 우리 크로코 선수가 말씀하신 것처럼 반등해야 하잖아요. 앞으로 서머를 위해서
Then
어떤
how are you
준비를
going
하고
to prepare for the
싶으신지
next
말씀해 주실 수
season?
있을까요?
How are you going to bounce back?
저희끼리 좀 서로
I think,
문제점도 잘 인지하고 있고 대화도 되게 많이
Throughout the
하는
spring, we
편이라고
kind of
생각을 해서
figured what our problems are,
앞으로
and we were having a lot of
방향성이나
discussions.
해결하는 방법에서
So I think we kind of figured our directions for our gameplay. So I think we are gonna come back with a different
DRX
approach
선수들의
to
소통을
our
통해서
teamwork
더
and
거듭날 수 있는
gameplay.
힘이 되길 기대해 보겠습니다. 자, 이어서 덕담 선수와 인터뷰 나눠보겠습니다.
Let's hear from
이번
Tokdam.
스프링 되돌아보면 아쉬운 점도 그리고 또 배운 점도 많았을 것
You know,
같은데요.
this spring had a lot of ups and downs, especially for you, Tokdam. You got injured as well. How was the season for you?
걸좀 많이 깨달았고 좀 더 노력해야
I kind of figured that I really have to step up. I really gotta work harder.
고생했어 이렇게 많이 응원을 해주셨는데 DRX의 정규 시즌 마지막 경기를 위해서 정말 많은 팬분들이 응원을
But still, we had so many fans supporting DRX out here at Lowell Park as well. And so many people showed up with heartwarming fan signs. Any message over to all the fans?
많이 부족했는데 되게
Thank you for supporting us even though we were not able to perform at our best level. I will make sure that we can rebound in the summer season.
이어서 베릴 선수와 인터뷰 나눠보겠습니다. 베릴 선수.
Now let's hear from Beryl.
우승이라는 엄청난 업적을 달성하고 또
Beryl, you just came back after winning your second world champion title. However, the spring season was not easy for you. How do you rate this entire split?
실력에서 이제 좀 아쉬운 부분이 많았어요.
I'm really disappointed in my own performance.
아쉬움이 또 좀 남는다라고 말씀해 주셨습니다. 자, 그렇다면 서머는
Then,
어떻게
what is your goal
싶으신지
for the
각오
summer
말씀
season?
부탁드릴게요.
역시 스프링에 제가 좀 많이 못했던 만큼 좀 썸머에는
Well, I was underperforming so bad this spring, so I hope I can level up as I head into the summer season, and I hope our team can reach higher.
뜨거운 여름을 열렬히 응원하도록 하겠습니다. 마지막으로 라스칼 선수께
Lastly,
질문 드릴게요.
Rascal.
선수. 한 팬분이 저에게 이런 메시지를 전해달라고
There was
하시더라고요.
a fan actually asking me to let you guys know that this spring was really rough. You know, you guys are not having the best time, but still, just being DRX as players brought so much happy memory to the fans. So, any last message for all the DRX fans out there?
최근에 느꼈었던 게 하나 있는데 이제
Recently, I figured out something,
성적도
which is
성적이지만 개인적으로 너무
not only about our
힘들어하는 모습을
performance
많이
and
보여드리면은
result,
저를
but also I was like
응원해주시는
really
분들도 힘들어하시는구나
obvious
라고
that I'm not having a good
느꼈었거든요.
time, and our
그래서
fans could also tell it by just
그런 거
just
상관없이
seeing
최대한
me on
밝은 모습
stage.
많이
So
보여드리면서
next season,
서로
I hope I
팬분들도
can
응원을
actually
만나고 저도
bring better energy, positive energy. I want to spread better energy for the fans to make them feel happy just by supporting us. In the next season, I hope our team can get better result and also just make sure our fans are also happy being DRX fans.
모습이든 팬분들이 또 뜨거운 사랑 보내주시지 않을까 싶습니다. 함께해서 행복했던 봄, 우리는 여름에 다시 만나.
Thank you so much for this interview one more time.
멋진 모습으로 팬분들과 다시
And
만날
we
수
will
있길 기대해 보도록
see you
하겠습니다.
guys again in the
지금까지
summer
DRX
season.
선수분들과 인터뷰 나눠봤습니다. 고맙습니다.
Thank you.
네, DRX 선수분들 이번 시즌 정말 고생 많으셨습니다.
Now, shortly, we will be
다음은
joined by
어웨이팀
the KT
롤스터
players.
선수 전원과 인터뷰 나눠보도록 할 텐데요. 네,
Please welcome KT players to the
입장해주고
stage.
계십니다. 네, 이어서 KT 선수분들과 인터뷰 나눠보도록
We're here joined
하겠습니다.
by
KT의
Keen, Cuz, BDD, Aiming, and Leehans.
리엔즈 선수 모셨습니다. 승리 축하드립니다.
Congratulations
어서
on the win.
오세요. 네, KT 선수분들도 이번 시즌 정말 고생 많으셨는데요. 저희가
Thank you so much for joining
차분하게
us.
하나하나 질문 드리도록 하겠습니다.
It was a great run this spring
자,
season.
먼저 기인 선수.
Keen,
네, 빈 선수 팀 이적 후에 보낸 첫 스프링이었습니다.
This was your first
3위로
season
마감한 정규 시즌
in a new team. You have been playing on the side of Freaks for such a long time, and you joined KT this year. How do you look back on the spring season? Well, early on, our performance was a little bit off, so we were not able to win those matches, but still, I'm happy with the result.
정말 엄청났거든요. 그만큼도 플레이오프도
Keen, I think,
재밌으실 것
yeah,
같습니다.
KT roster started to ramp up as you guys headed to the later phase of the season. What is your goal for the playoffs? Now that we made playoffs, I hope we can go as far as we can and also showcase a great performance.
자, 이어서 커즈 선수와 인터뷰 나눠보겠습니다.
And let's hear from Cuz.
KT가 6연승을
KT roster finished the regular season with 6-match winning streak and also on third place. How do you feel?
저희가 아무래도 초반에는 좀 잘 안 되기도 했었는데
Yeah, early on, we were struggling a little bit, but as time went by and as our teamwork kind of clicked in, we were able to level up so much. We were able to improve together as a team. And I was just so happy that we were able to grow together like this. Then Cuz, what is your goal in the playoffs?
어디까지 올라가고 싶은지 각오 부탁드립니다.
플레이오프 때는 저희가 이제
At playoffs, I think.
플레이오프 때는 이제
Sorry, so in playoffs, I hope we can prepare thoroughly for all the matches and make it all the way to the finals.
자, 이어서 BDD 선수 만나볼게요.
Next up is
선수,
BDD.
시간이 지날수록 본인 플레이의
I
정체성도
think
찾아가고 또 우승도
you guys kind of
많아지는데 좋았던
figured your own
것
characteristics
같습니다.
throughout the
1세트 때
spring
빈
season.
선수의 더블킬을 보고 굉장히 기뻐하시는 모습이
And also today, you were having a lot of fun watching Keen getting double kill on the top lane. How was this season? I thought you were having a lot of fun.
작년에 어쨌든 성적이
Yeah, I mean, last year, I personally, ended up very poorly in terms of the outcome. But this year, I'm just having so much fun.
좋습니다. 자, 이제 하나생명과 리브 샌드박스 중에 한 팀을 선택해서
Now, KT roster has to choose from Hana Life or Leap Sandbox. Who do you think your team will choose as the opponent, and what are their strengths?
리브 샌드박스는 팀
I think
전체적으로
Leap
움직임이
Sandbox,
좋은 것 같고 하나생명은
they play as a team really well, and Hana Life,
뭐 라인전 체급이 좋아가지고
their laning phase is
그런
so
부분이
good.
잘한 것 같아요.
So they are kind of
그래도
different.
KT라면 뭐 양 팀 중 누굴 만나든지 멋진 경기를 할 자신감이
Are you ready to face
있으시겠죠?
either of them?
네, 사실 누굴 만나도
Yeah,
상관없을 것 같아요.
we don't really mind whoever we get to face at the playoffs.
자, 그럼 이어서 에이밍 선수 만나볼게요. 에이밍
Next
선수
up, Aiming.
안정감 넘치는 모습을 또 보여주셨습니다.
This season, you
이번
were the
스프링에서
solid AD
원딜
carry on the
빈도도
side of
개수가
KT
굉장히
roster. You
낮았거든요.
had
지금 본인의
the
경기력에
lowest
대해서 폼이 많이
stats
올라왔다.
among
이렇게
all the
생각하시나요?
other AD carries in the LCK. How are you feeling about your form right now? I mean, my teammates were doing such a great job, so I didn't really have to worry about dying in team fights. It was so comfortable.
듀오가 있다면요?
Which bottom duo looks the most scariest?
지금 T1, 젠지,
T1, Genji, D plus Kia, Hana Life, and Leap Sandbox are at playoffs.
되는 것 같아요.
Every bottom duo.
솔직합니다. 좋아요. 이렇게 또 경기가 되는 만큼 준비도 더 열심히 하실 것 같은데요. 플레이오프 각오 한 말씀
Then how are you
부탁드릴게요.
guys going to prepare for the playoff run?
플레이오프 때 이제 잘해보겠습니다.
We'll do our best.
네, 잘 해주시길 바라겠습니다. 그리고 리엔즈 선수에게도 여쭤볼게요. 플레이오프 팀들 중에
리엔즈.
가장 경계되는 서포터가 있을까요?
Which support players stands out the most among all the playoff supports?
제가 인터뷰를 몇 개 찾아봤는데
No one really, but I
바이퍼
looked into
선수랑
some of
그
the
도란
interviews,
선수가
and Viper and Doran
저희를 이긴 적이
they
없더라고요, 이번 시즌에.
never
자꾸 저희를
beat us
만나고
this
싶다 해서
season, but they were like every interview they were like, I want to meet
선수를
KT, I want to meet
떨어뜨리는
Lihan,
것도
so it would be fun if I can
만나서
eliminate
제대로
Viper with my
보여주겠다라는 각오인
hands.
것 같습니다. 자, 리엔즈 선수. 오, 네. 이야, 대단합니다. 네, 잘 끌어요. 자, 리엔즈 선수의 스프링 정규 시즌 목표 승수였던 13승
Lihan's,
5패를 달성했습니다.
Your goal for the spring
마지막 경기
season was
승리하신
getting
소감도
13
궁금해요.
wins, and you accomplished
일단 사실
it.
오늘 경기는
How do you
제가
feel?
뭐
How do you feel about
챔피언도
getting
그렇고
the last
플레이도
win
그렇고
of the
그렇게
season
막
too?
평범하게 했던 것 같은데
I think
네,
my
다른
performance
팀
was
네
just
명이
all
좀
right,
잘해줘서
you know,
이긴 것
just
같고요.
average level, but my teammates were doing a great job, so we were able to end on such a good note. It feels amazing.
지난 서머에 이어서 LCK 2연속 우승도 굉장히 탐날 것 같습니다. 플레이오프 때
And
어떤
Lians, if you make it to the finals, you will be able to fight for your back-to-back LCK title. How are we going to prepare for the playoffs? We're going to have more games in the playoffs, so we got to work harder. And just like we did throughout the season, we are always going to do our best.
팬분들께서 또 에기스의 공연을 언제 볼 수 있을지 너무 기대된다.
Every KT roster fan waited for the Lians Keen aiming trio to do some cool ceremony. But you guys are a little bit exhausted, right?
이런 생각을 팬분들이 너무 많이 아쉬워하시네요.
Too bad you guys are so tired, right?
오고 있는데 혹시 뭐 에기스
Are you guys down for some ceremony?
나머지 분들도 에기스에 합류해야 하는 거 아니냐 이런 이야기 오고 있는데 나머지 두 분의 의견이
KT roster, show us what you got.
제가 대답해야 되는 거죠?
그렇죠. 에기스에 다들 합류하실 생각이 있는지.
And also, is BDD and Cuz gonna join?
합류하게 되었고요.
Yeah, our trio is no longer a trio. It's gonna be all 5 players, you know, doing cool ceremonies. If we make it to the finals, we're gonna sing along on stage if we advance to the finals. Thank you.
벌써부터 기대가 됩니다. 네, 지금 뭐 절레절레한
We're gonna be on Team KT from now on, wishing for them to make finals and see all 5 players sing a song on stage. And lastly, Lians. One final message for all the KT roster fans. We were inconsistent early in the season. I know you guys were worried about us as well, but I think this run was pretty okay, you know. We finished pretty decently in the end, and we will do our best in the upcoming playoffs as well. And this will be the end of the interview from KT roster players, and we're gonna pass it back to the space. Thank you.